Alright, we're gonna make a video about Shannon Walker's perjury. I'm going through this. Working on my appeal brief and stuff, memorandum, and I thought it'd be interesting to show this video how it's blatantly obvious that the perjury, the lies, it's all right there for the whole world to see. So I figured since I'm going over this with my case, I might as well break it down. So as we can see, an injunction for harassment in the state of Arizona requires a series of acts over any period of time. That was uh, a series of acts over any period of time that is directed at a specific person that will cause a reasonable person to be seriously alarmed, annoyed, or harassed, and the conduct, in fact, seriously alarms, annoys, or harasses the purpose. And here's the key: serves no legitimate purpose. First Amendment protected activity always serves a purpose. Because I left her one voicemail, that would fall under electronic communication. And that section does not apply to constitutionally protected speech or activity or any other activity authorized by law. So she's a public official, a public employee of a public university with a public website with a publicly listed phone number and email. Therefore, she's a matter of public interest. And therefore, I called and left one voicemail, one voicemail, which we'll listen to now.
You have reached Shannon Walker, Director of Special Projects at the James E. Rogers College of Law. Please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as I have a chance. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Lane Myers, 520-771-2021. I see you're Director of Special Projects. Well, I'd like to ask if you could approve a special project where you help me end your husband's career for being a crooked-ass cop, prosecutor, wannabe, whatever he is, hiding these cops from prosecution. I figured the U of A, maybe Stacy could help me. Maybe I should talk to you or Stacy or maybe one of these. Because, you know, my wife also is an alumni of the College of Law and is actually has taught there. So, like, we got two sides that are about to come crashing together here. So, you can help me teach your husband how to follow the law, or I'm going to take his career. So, I figured since I'm a member of the community and my wife's an alumni of the law school, that maybe I could get access to the materials at the law school in order to fight for justice, since Stacy's all about justice. So I guess I got to call Stacy next. So that was my one phone call. I made one phone call to the publicly listed number, Director of Development. She was the Director of Special Projects. But as you can see, no secret website, University of Arizona, right on the website, publicly listed. All I did was call that number right there on this public. So I called the number. So as you heard so look, case law says evidence of a single conversation between alleged harasser and alleged victim did not satisfy the series of acts. At a minimum, the series of acts condition of a statute authorizing requires two incidents: injunction against harassment which prohibited alleged harasser from any in-person contact was unconstitutionally overbroad because of its infringement of alleged harasser's constitutional rights to free speech. Alleged harasser was restrained from engaging in political speech in alleged harassment victim's presence. Statute authorizing injunction against harassment cannot be used to restrict protected political speech. So you can't get an injunction against First Amendment activity. But Shannon Walker, so I call this First Amendment activity. It's on the website, as we can see, the case law. So I make a call. We heard it. She decides to go to court and lie under oath and commit perjury. So here's the first trip to court.
Okay, this is case C2024-6055. The plaintiff is Shannon Walker and the defendant is Lane Myers. Ms. Walker, this is a time and place set to hear an injunction against harassment. Ms. Walker, could you please stand and raise your right hand? My clerk's going to swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. So,
She just swore an oath under the penalty of perjury. Now watch her commit perjury multiple times.
thank you. First off, can you state your first and last name for the record and spell them, please?
Shannon Walker, SHANNON
Okay. So, Ms. Walker, I'm going to be asking you some questions about the allegations that you've made in your petition here.
Okay.
I'm also going to ask you some questions about guns. Now, I don't want you to think that I have some super secret information back here. I have no information at all regarding the defendant or anything. These are statutorily required. And so if I ask you a question, don't think I know something because I don't.
Understood.
I've only got what you've given me here in front of us. So, and I've read through the allegations here and I'm a little confused. What is going on?
So I work at the College of Law. My spouse, who is with me, Matt Walker, is a prosecutor for the city of Tucson. Mr. Myers is a defendant in a case that my spouse is prosecuting. For some reason, Mr. Myers has chosen to start harassing me because he discovered that we are married. It's primarily been through YouTube videos that he makes about me where he shares my contact information and encourages his 8,000 plus YouTube channel followers to contact me and also harass me. He also has contacted me directly through phone calls. He calls me, I do not answer, but leaves voicemails that are threatening. And I think that's kind of the basic overview of how we came into contact.
Okay, and this has been going on, looks like for about the last month.
Correct.
Is that what's happening?
She said I left her voicemails, more than one, but I've only ever left her one. That's perjury. That's just one instance.
Here because I'm seeing that things started in September of this year.
Correct.
And
I think September 12th was the
it's the first date you have down here, and posting video on his YouTube. And so, okay. And then he is leaving you actual personal voicemails on your cell phone. Is this also taking place at work, or?
It's not my cell phone. It is my work line,
It's your work line.
Which is listed on the College of Law's website. And in the voicemails, he has said he was going to come see me.
In the voicemails,
made comments about how I need to speak to my spouse about his case, things that are generally just offensive and, not something that I feel like I should be subjected to.
And based on these.
so she just said that I left a voicemail saying that I was going to come up there. Let's listen to that voicemail again.
You have reached Shannon Walker, Director of Special Projects at the James E. Rogers College of Law. Please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as I have a chance. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Lane Myers, 520-771-2021. I see you're Director of Special Projects. Well, I'd like to ask if you could approve a special project where you help me end your husband's career for being a crooked-ass cop, prosecutor, wannabe, whatever he is, hiding these cops from prosecution. I figured the U of A, maybe Stacy could help me. Maybe I should talk to you or Stacy or maybe one of these, because you know my wife also is an alumni of the College of Law and is actually has taught there. So like we got two sides that are about to come crashing together here. So you can help me teach your husband how to follow the law, or I'm gonna take his career. So I figured since I'm a member of the community and my wife's an alumni of the law school, that maybe I could get access to the materials at the law school in order to fight for justice, since Stacy's all about justice. So I guess I gotta call Stacy next. Okay, so nothing about going up there. That's the only call, but she says to the judge,
House about his case, things that are general. The voicemails he has said. It's not my cell phone. It is my work line,
It's your work line.
which is
Okay.
listed on the College of Law's website. And in the voicemails, he has said he was going to come see me, made comments about how I need to speak to my spouse about his case, things that are generally just offensive and, not something that I feel like I should be subjected to.
And based on these, a little threatening.
Yes.
what was threatening? First of all, she just lied and said there was multiple voicemails, and then she lied about the content of the voicemails. That's perjury under the oath. That's a felony.
Not only from him, but now his followers are threatening me, contacting me, leaving voicemails. Yesterday, I received one that was particularly egregious. I think I included the text of at least the transcript.
Now she's saying third parties. But wait. Conversation between alleged harasser and a third party did not meet statutory definition of harassment under statute authorizing injunction. Even though alleged harassment victim may have overheard a segment of it, alleged harassing act was not directed at alleged victim. So, nothing I did, right? So I made a video that's between me and the third party of the internet. I didn't make a video for Shannon and I made a video for the internet. So my communications with the third party being YouTube and other people other than Shannon, was not harassment. And then other people contacting Shannon is not me contacting Shannon. So Shannon, you lied under oath. It's perjury. You're committing perjury in this video today.
That my work voicemail system provided. He also yesterday in his video, he is convinced that I'm a public official, which I work for a public institution, but I do not work with the public. My work is with the dean of the law school. I work with specific, college initiatives and professional relationships, but I'm not a public official. And so in his videos, he often claims that I am a public official, that anyone can come talk to me and I have to see them, I have to speak to them. So not only has he claimed that, he has told his followers that, and yesterday he actually said, I'm going to the College of Law. It was something that was very upsetting, not only for myself, but now my colleagues are in fear that this person is going to come over because we've had to connect the University of Arizona Police Department and our threat management team who has been following this gentleman. So it's now not only affecting me, but people I work with. And, obviously we have our personal relationship. I don't have anything to do with.
So the people she works with, she claims, her coworkers were frightened when I came up there. Law school?
Business.
Remember now, these are her coworkers who are scared.
The prosecutor's office or anything like that? There's like some kind of program where there's like a liaison or something?
Can you say that again?
When I go to the court, there's there's a U of A thing on the wall, right? I don't know if it's a mock courtroom you guys use to pretend trials, or if it's actually something that you get involved with.
We do have mock courtrooms.
Right, downtown, right, that's what I'm saying. So that's just for academic reasons?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
They're
So
just students.
there's not a program between the U of A, I think it was called Justice or something, Step Up to Justice, Access, it's something.
I think.
Justice Innovation. Let's see. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I for J.
Yeah.
What is it?
Innovation for Justice.
There you go.
That is a
Yep.
program here.
Yeah. So where would I get? Yeah, Innovation for Justice. What's the department? Where do you talk about that, or where do you? Yeah, Innovation for Justice. That's what it's called.
You know what? If you hang out for just a minute, I can get you phone numbers.
Thank you.
They're probably not here, but.
Well, he was looking for Stacy.
Oh,
and
he's
she's-
looking
Because it lists her
Yes,
under
yes,
it.
her office isn't even here.
Yeah,
Doesn't
no,
look
she
like-
did. She rotates between here and the University of Utah, so she's not here.
All the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can get you
because
contact.
because is she the point of contact for the Innovation for Justice?
Yes.
What about legal design and access to justice?
That would be her too.
Okay.
It
Is that
falls
her,
under,
right?
and Step Up for Justice.
Right,
was something
okay.
She was
Okay.
involved with before she came.
That's what I'm saying. So that's something that continues on with or without
So
her.
you could email her at that email address.
Oh yeah, her
He's
you,
on- yeah, he's on
you
the
have it on your
website.
phone. Yeah,
These-
that's exactly right. Yeah.
All right, yeah, because I had the Stacy Butler. I hadn't talked to her since she was Stacy Butler, but all right. So that's the best contact to get information about Innovation for Justice
That's exactly
or
right.
access to justice.
Yeah.
Do you have any programs where your work because like I know that Shannon Walker, I'm here to try to interview her, and so her husband's a prosecutor, okay? And so I'm wondering, based on her website, if there's any programs between the U of A and like, because it says that she manages strategic manners, projects, and relationships, right? And her husband is a prosecutor down there. So I was wondering if there was any programs that are officially between the U of A and the city prosecutor, like internships or programs or externships or.
Oh, that would be through our career development office.
Yeah, I'm not aware of any specific. Not to say that
Career development within the law school or career development within the school?
Within the law school.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm trying, you're right. There she assisted with managing the career development, right, exactly.
Well, she's no longer with career development.
Shannon,
Shannon.
right,
is.
okay. That's what it says, that's what I'm saying. On her website it says, that's Arizona Law Career Development. That might be some outside thing. There is a career development here though.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is
No, it's not on this floor.
it through the law school?
Yes. We're placing our students in jobs.
Job placement, right. And that's why I was wondering if you guys had any type of like internship programs and stuff, because I know you have them at the federal court with, Judge Zips and all them. And so I'm trying to do an investigation because my wife graduated from here and then she worked over there. She was a law clerk until about 2 weeks ago for Angie Martinez, who also graduated from here, who used to be Zip's law clerk. And then Stacy was her law clerk. And then Matt Walker's wife is Shannon Walker's husband is the prosecutor, and I went to the meeting and got arrested. I went to the city council meeting and got arrested for booing, right? And so suddenly I went to the arrested, got for booing, and then Shannon and Stacy contacted Judge Zips in the bat phone to get my wife fired from her job because I got arrested for booing, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm here to do a follow-up with that. So because I'm about to do a story, so I wanted to give them a chance to speak for themselves, like, hey, did you do this or not? Because I have on good authority that that's what happened. So, you know what I'm saying? The whole connection between, so Samantha Walker over at the Pima, Matt Walker over here at the Tucson City. Then you got him over at the court with Judge Zips, Judge Marquez, and Judge Martinez. How you doing?
Hey.
Good.
Buildings, we're locking up. So.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah,
For the five, no, the stairway and all that thing? You're right.
Stairway works, elevator works, but I just do that.
No, I feel you. After 5, I can't. I know. So the stairway, this is the stairway?
Either way.
All right, thank you. Thank you. No worries. We'll come when they're here. And we'll get to the bottom of this. Let's go see what the law library says. See if there's any young co-ed students that want to be heroes. Are you employees?
Sorry?
Are you an employee?
Yeah. Are you a student?
I was wondering if you have access to Westlaw here that's open to the public.
We do not have.
Not at
access
5
to
o'clock,
Westlaw.
but
yeah,
right.
We're actually closed right now.
Because it's 5?
After 5.
Right. Okay. So my question is during the public hours, is there access to Westlaw up here?
We do not have a public version access of Westlaw. We have a public version access of LexisNexis.
Okay, so you can still do case research and stuff with that. And do you have to become come here and create an account, or is it just like if you get a guest pass or something, you can log on?
You don't even need a guest pass. It's something that's you don't even have to come here to use this. It's called Lexis Uni. You can go to the main library and use it from there. It's not specific to law.
You have, I see, law library. All right, so do you got a pretty good updated? I mean, I'm doing legal research, so it would be more. It would be more specific to being around here. And I'm sure you have books about. Are all these books about law?
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Right. Or procedural books and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Like Arizona Supreme Court rules, you got all that too, kind of stuff.
Yes.
Right. All right. Cool.
And if we don't have it in print, we have access to it electronically.
And then the LexisNexis is a similar thing to. Can I go over here?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a similar thing to Westlaw.
Yes.
For the public, you know what I mean? I'm working on a case. So are there any programs where you can get with like a student and help you do research, or is there anything like that?
The students are not allowed to practice law.
Right.
But we do have reference librarians who can share.
That's what I'm trying. There you go.
Yeah.
Right. Reference librarians, people that know the way around this.
Yeah.
All right, brother. I appreciate
All
it.
right.
Yep. So what? 8 to 5?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. You gonna be a lawyer? Are you going to law school?
We'll see, hopefully.
I didn't see anybody scared. But according to Shannon again now, listen.
Said I'm going to the College of Law. It was something that was very upsetting, not only for myself, but now my colleagues are in fear that this person is going to come over because we've had to connect the University of Arizona Police Department and our threat management team who has been following this gentleman. So it's now not only affecting me, but my people I work with. And, you know, obviously we have our personal relationship. I don't have anything to do with this. So I don't know why this is even happening.
Well, I'm very sorry that is going on.
Not your fault, but I appreciate that.
It's difficult. So I am going to go ahead and grant the injunction against harassment. I do need to get some statements from you under oath. Now, obviously, to grant an injunction of harassment, there needs to be a series of events, and you have definitely listed on your order of protection a series of events, so you do qualify in that.
What events? I left one voicemail.
I do need to ask you, though, are the statements in this petition, are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I do need to ask you, though, are the statements in this petition, are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I do need to ask you, though, are the statements in this petition, are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And I do need to ask you, though, are the statements in this petition, are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And I do need to ask you, though, are the statements in this petition, are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I do need to ask you, though, are the statements in this petition, are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And
They're not. So she even lied about lying. Perjury about perjury.
you know, you've explained that you really don't know the defendant. You've never met him personally?
No. One of his claims, I only know what he has said to me. We have never even spoken. I've never met him in person. I've never had a direct conversation with him.
Never even had a direct conversation, but they already found a series of acts.
I only know the messages that I receive or the videos. One of his claims is that
Messages, one voicemail. Didn't she just say that she's not lying? Perjury, under oath, right here.
I think he has assumed, because my work often is with members of the judiciary. Apparently, he had a significant other who was a federal law clerk and lost her position as a result of, I don't know if it's his videos, but it seems like that was some sort of factor. And he is convinced that I personally am responsible for that. That he often claims I called Judge Zips at district court to have his significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power. Right?
I know.
So,
a lot of things would be a lot easier.
All right. So
it'd be a lot easier if she could just call and have people fired. You're a sick bitch.
do you I take it you and the defendant don't have any other cases with
No,
each other?
no,
There's no
no.
other anything else. Would you have any knowledge, or has he in any way threatened or mentioned the use of a gun?
I do not have any knowledge.
All right.
Well, he talks about being a hunter in some of his videos, so I guess that would be my only kind of glimpse into that.
But there's been no direct implication or statement or anything that would cause you to think that that's something that's prominent.
Correct.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
All right. Now, let me take a look here further. Remember, we are in open court, and so if any of the addresses that you've listed here are confidential, don't say anything while we're here on the record. We'll refer to them vaguely,
Right.
But we don't want to restate these addresses or anything like that if we're going to protect an address.
Of course.
So just want to make sure that we're both aware of that as we're moving forward here. And so you have listed two other persons, two minor children, as protected persons on this order of protection. May I assume these are your children?
They are.
Okay. And what reason do you believe that they need to be placed on here?
So one of, again, through his videos, one of the things that Mr. Myers has done in the past is he has impersonated others.
Impersonated others? Impersonated others under oath. She just claimed that I impersonated others. That's why Matt and Shannon are being sued for $100,000. Not only did they go to court and commit perjury, Matt Walker's standing next to her the whole time. A lawyer, an officer of the court is standing next to her while she lies. Impersonations. Who have I impersonated? Think about that. Her husband has impersonated a prosecutor, and she's impersonated a victim and done a shit job. That's more defamation for the lawsuit, though, and more lies under oath, perjury.
And so my concern, because it does not seem like there's any sort of line here, is if he were to discover, obviously, I'm sure he will from this, but that we have children, I'm concerned he will call their school. I'm concerned that.
I'm pretty sure that every person here involved, either Mackenzie didn't have a kid, but I'm pretty sure every single person involved in this has kids. Never talked to their kids. Where the fuck would she come up with that? I've never in my entire life. See, this is the perjury, the lies, the manipulation. This case, this appeal is gonna get. These people have no idea what they got themselves into. They thought they were gonna go and lie to the court and get away with it.
I'm just not sure what he would do.
Okay.
And so I think out of just an abundance of caution with everything else that's been going on, because this person does not seem to have any boundaries, I'm concerned for their safety.
I'm going to concur with that. I'm going to go ahead and place the children on the order of protection, mainly based on the statements that you have placed up in your allegations. Those do imply that he is a little more willing than most to kind of break some boundaries.
Correct. And he also has stated that there was one message where he stated he was going to come to our neighborhood and speak to our neighbors, obviously a place where our children.
There's only been one message, and we all heard it. So what message is she talking about? If there's only one message and we all listened to it. And it didn't say nothing about that, did it? Lies.
Reside.
Okay, now have we, do you feel any particular need to list the children's school?
I prefer to not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have listed 3 addresses. We have a non-confidential mailing.
She just said she was worried about me impersonating somebody and contacting the school. And then when she was asked if she wants to make the school a protected location, she said no. So it went from I'm worried that he's going to contact their school to do you want me to make it so he can't contact their school? No, I don't. What?
Address that obviously will set forward. You've listed a residence. I'm not going to say that. You have marked that as a confidential address, and it will remain confidential. You've also listed your employment, and obviously he knows where that is. So
Correct.
we don't need to make that a confidential
Right.
address. Are there any pets or animals that we need to be concerned about? I didn't see any allegations or threats along that. I'm not inclined to put anything on here for that. Is there any reason to?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Let me see here. So the court finds, based on the allegations made in the petition and the testimony here in court, that I do have jurisdiction over the parties in the subject matter, and that you've appeared at the hearing, and of course the defendant does not, because he did not have notice of this hearing. I do find that there's reasonable cause to believe that the defendant has committed a series of acts that are a series of harassment. They have not reached the level of stalking yet, but they're definitely a series of harassing events, and also
Harassing.
their use of electronic communication to intimidate and to threaten. So I will be making those findings.
Use of electronic communication to threaten does not apply to constitutionally protected speech or activity.
Now, with those findings, I do want you to understand, and I'm sure you do, these are not criminal findings. I'm not making that he's not being charged with anything. These aren't criminal charges. These are findings I'm making to provide you with a civil injunction. And so it is, again, only a piece of paper, though.
Of course.
So you're aware that these can sometimes incite as much as they can bring people down, but it will protect you from any third-party contact as well as indirect contact from him. You also
Third-party contact. Conversation between alleged harasser and third party did not meet statutory definition of harassment under statute authorizing injunction against harassment. There's the law. Okay.
also understand the concerns about trying to get anybody to not post things on the internet or YouTube or stuff. We do have some overlays with the First Amendment there that we're not sure how far. I'm not sure how far this is going to get you, but
Right.
or as far as protecting or stopping that, but it should be strong enough to get those third parties who are his followers or whatever they may be called. Ideally, they will understand that they're included in some way on this. I'm probably going to have to be told, but
Yes.
get the general idea. So based on the pleadings, the court finds reasonable cause to believe the defendant has harassed it by committing one or more acts of harassment, and therefore it's ordered granting the injunction against harassment and orders that the defendant will have no contact with the plaintiff, with the protected persons listed in the injunction against harassment, or with the protected locations. The court further orders regarding this order of protection. A constable will not serve this for you. So it will go into effect when he is served, but you are going to need to personally have that served on him, either hire a process server, take it through the chef, whichever you fit. Obviously, you're not going to hand it to him yourself.
Right.
But, you know, it's important, and I'm not telling you anything you don't know. If he violates this, you must call the police. It is only as good as you are in enforcing it. And if you want this to truly protect you, be sure to take advantage. The court's not an enforcement mechanism. It's the police that will enforce this, but do not hesitate to call them if he violates this in any way. Okay?
One question that I do
Please
have
do.
is regarding the videos that currently exist, as well as additional videos, which I do think you are correct, this will likely incite more of a reaction. Does this injunction against harassment provide?
Yeah, when you go to court and lie and commit perjury and the judge breaks the law, yeah, it will create $100,000 lawsuit against you. It definitely will.
any sort of protection for additional videos or any sort of enforcement for him to take down the current ones?
That would
No videos are coming down, more are being made, and there's nothing that you can do to stop it. You work at the public university.
be up to a prosecutor. I'm
Okay.
really
It'd be up to a prosecutor. Well, there's one right next to her, but they can't prosecute because then they'd have to show that they're committed perjury to get the injunction in the first place. And she's a public employee.
not sure how they would interpret that. I think the ones that are already posted, I think you're going to have a hard time getting those down, just because of the nature of the internet. I think, though, that if that is something that you should probably pursue with the prosecutor's office or through a police report if you want to try to do something with that. That would be my advice.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not sure how far this is going to get you from stopping those, but if you don't call the police and try, it's not going to get you anywhere.
Right. Okay. And
The judge just told her to call the police over YouTube videos that are about a public employee.
I guess that's my primary concern is not just him, but the harassment that he is inciting through those. So,
And, and I think those could possibly be seen as third-party contact, et cetera, and I think that's going to depend on how the prosecutor's office wants to interpret that.
Yeah, third-party contact. Conversation between alleged harasser and third party did not meet statutory definition of harassment under statute authorized. Yeah, okay. Talk to him, motherfuckers.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have any more questions for me today? Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Now listen, this is Matt Walker. Her husband starts talking to the judge in a hearing for Shannon Walker. He took time off work as his job as a city prosecutor to come help her commit perjury and lie under oath, which is why he's part of the lawsuit also. Imagine if he didn't say anything here, I wouldn't even have known he was there. But instead, he's so stupid, he decided to talk on the record at his wife's made-up injunction hearing.
Your Honor, does this order, injunction against harassment does it encompass any future videos?
It should, but again, it's going to be up to the interpretation of especially if a video is like directed directly at you. I think it becomes a little questionable if it's a generic, that's really going to come down to interpretation.
Okay.
Does that help at all? I wish I could offer more than that.
No, we very much appreciate, Your Honor. Thank you.
It's not going to come to a generic, and she said we very much appreciate her and Matt. It's not going to come down to a generic interpretation. It's going to come down to statute authorizing injunction against harassment cannot be used to restrict protected political speech. That's what it's going to come down to. That's what it's going to come down to. The statute authorizing injunction against harassment cannot be used to protect political speech. People don't understand that political speech doesn't mean only to politicians. When evaluating, court's attempt before declaring, that's about the statute itself. But so statute authorizing injunction harassment cannot be used to restrict protected political speech. So she goes and gets the injunction, lies under oath, commits perjury.
I think that's all.
We'll go ahead and we'll get this in place. You'll go back to room 203. They'll get you all the information. It should be through to you shortly, okay?
Thank you very much.
I wish you the best, both of you.
So she goes and gets the injunction. She lies under oath. She commits perjury. That was on October 9th. But for some reason on October 10th, she went back to court and she decided, you know what? Committing perjury and having the judge violate the law once isn't enough. I'm going to go there and have him do it again. So the next day, she goes back up there, and there's this second hearing with a new judge on October 10th, okay? And this is what they say at that one.
All right, we are on the record in C20246114. Ma'am, state your name, please.
Shannon Walker.
All right, could you please stand and raise your right hand to be sworn in?
Do you solemnly swear to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. Okay, what did you want to do with this one?
So, originally, when I filed my injunction, I have 2 minor children. They were listed on it. I came back today to have that amended, and their names are still listed, and my understanding is that the defendant can ask for those documents. My concern, given his pattern behavior, is that he will display their names and encourage people to, he will incorporate that into his content. So I would like to dismiss that order and start a brand new one.
Okay, so now she wants to take everything she said in the last hearing and throw it in the trash, which means now she needs to start over and allege she needs to make new allegations all over again under oath.
Well, with the same allegation.
Correct, exactly. That's what I was advised to do, is the only way to be able to protect that. My hope is that the original, the one that has been canceled or will be canceled, will be sealed, so that's not information that is available to anyone.
She doesn't want the videos, I mean the audio or the documents of her lying under oath coming out. Little does she know we got all that because she doesn't know how to. She lied to the court to get it sealed, so it can't be sealed without proper procedures, and she violated all that, so they gave it to me.
Well, that's interesting. Because typically when someone files an order of protection and it's granted and then they dismiss it, an order of protection or injunction against harassment, and then they dismiss it, that's it.
Right.
So,
If there was a way to remove my minor children's names from the original, I would be very happy to do that, but I was advised by the people downstairs that that is not possible. So this is the approach that I was advised to do.
That approach is lie under oath and have the judge help you lie.
did you already submit it?
I did. I filled out, my understanding is they said that hopefully we could dismiss the original one and then have my new injunction against harassment petition approved. And I understand it's kind of a unique situation, but hopefully one that you can see might be warranted based on the pattern of behavior.
She said it's a unique situation. Yeah, an illegal one. You're coming to court and asking the judge to break the law based on your lies. So you realize it's a unique situation because there's no law for it. Because you're in there asking for special favors while committing perjury. And the judge goes right along and breaks the law with you.
This was the new one. All right, so I've indicated that this was refiled due to a mistake in the process.
Thank you.
So she indicated it was refiled due to a mistake, which was a lie.
So I will grant the injunction against harassment. The court has jurisdiction over the parties and the subject matter. The plaintiff has appeared today. Defendant is not present. The court finds that multiple acts of harassment have occurred. Defendant is to have no contact with the plaintiff. Defendant is not to go to or near the plaintiff's residence. Defendant is not to go to or near the plaintiff's place of employment.
Now, this hearing's been going for 5 minutes. When did Shannon Walker talk about a single act of harassment? The other one got thrown out, and then she said, all right, I'm going to do something. I'm going to say that it was refiled. All right, cool. So now, make that. So she didn't even. What allegations? Shannon Walker did not. She just said, I'm going to find there was a series of acts of harassment. She didn't even talk about anything that happened. 5 minutes in, and she's already got it with nothing. She didn't even testify to anything. That's why this is a sham. That's why they're getting sued.
All right, so this will need to be served.
Of course.
And it's effective for 1 year from the date of service. So the same terms apply. He'll be able to ask for a hearing if he wants to.
Your Honor, one question. Is the same requirement of not being allowed to post about me on social media included in this?
Let me double check. Go back.
Thank you.
You're gonna laugh now, cry later. When you're paying me that fucking civil damages. It was all fun and games till you wrote me a check. Get that checkbook out. Write my name on it, because it's coming.
So I've indicated defendant shall have no contact with plaintiff through any form of social media. Defendant is prohibited from posting any messages or content regarding the plaintiff via any social media platform.
Thank you.
Talking about a public employee on.
And Your Honor, one final question. When it comes to having the original documents sealed because of the information, is that something I would discuss today, or is that something I would talk to another department about?
Once it's dismissed, I'm not sure if it can be sealed once it's dismissed.
The people I spoke to originally, they thought that might be possible. I just didn't know if I needed to ask you about it while you're here today. But if it's not something that would typically happen here, I can definitely figure it out.
So you should file a motion. You can file a motion.
Okay.
With the court to seal documents and for maybe a protected address.
Okay.
Those might be possibilities.
Okay. Thank you.
And if you would have just followed the fucking law and filed the motion to seal, but you're too fucking crooked. See, you willfully initiated civil proceedings with malicious intent, and it backfired, and you got caught, and it didn't get sealed because you didn't do it right, and the judge broke the law, and you broke the law, and now everybody has everything.
Thank you.
looking at pulling up the other one. So I'm going to quash the other one.
All of a sudden, she's going to quash it. What? There was no motion to quash in the last 2 minutes of silence.
I did indicate on this hearing order that dismissed injunction is ordered sealed.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Hopefully that will.
I appreciate it.
I would follow up to see
I will.
if
I
that
will.
was done.
Ha 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 ha. Who's laughing now? It was all funny then. It ain't funny now.
Let's see. Someone can tell me if I'm not supposed to do that.
Thank you. Oh, great. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you both. I hope you have a good evening.
So they were both there again. Hey, so she turned one voicemail into hearings at the court where she lied under oath and committed perjury. The judge broke the law. Her husband violated the ethics. They committed a civil lawsuit. Now they're going to get the appeal. They're going to have to pay all the costs and fines and all that from that. Then they're going to have to pay a lawsuit. So that one voicemail I left her is now going to be. There's more videos after that one voicemail about her than there was before that one voicemail. This doesn't make sense. You literally went to court and committed perjury under oath over one voicemail, and now you're going to have to go to court with me live on my YouTube channel and pay me civil damages. Can't make this up with these people. How'd that work out for them?